Hello everyone, it's the TheCanadianWifier here, back again, once again, with day 4, or round 4, of the OU tournament. This guy's team. Okay. Let's just hop right into team preview. 15 seconds into the game. 15 seconds into the video. Yeah, actually. I'm so bad. Okay, whatever. Looking at his team. Once again, we see the Heatran, we see the Keldeo. It's basically, like, how else do you describe it other than Volt Turn plus an annoying defensive core plus a Keldeo? The defensive core itself isn't going to be that difficult to break through, except for that unaware Clefable, and I assume it's unaware because it's his only way to not just lose to things like Zardax. And unaware Clefable is just such a gross and amazing Mon. I don't really have a way to break through it on my team outside of Excadrill, and obviously for Excadrill he has not only a Rotom, but also a Ferrothorn and a Keldeo that can come in and kill me if I'm not in sand. So my work is cut out for me in this one for sure. His team basically, you could say, had the team preview matchup advantage. I think I said that terribly wrong, but you know what the gist of what I was trying to say there. He has the advantage from team preview against my team. Leading off, once again, I see the Rotom Wash, and I assume Volt Turn is going to lead off with Rotom Wash, so I get that juicy free Mega on the first turn. Just going to go for Dragon Claw. Last game, I immediately realized this is going to be a more defensive Heatran, because last game it did like 25% with Dragon Claw first turn, and this time it does like 18. So, yeah, I recognize it's a defensive Keldeo. Then he makes a beautiful double switch predicting my T-Tar and goes right into his Keldeo, so I'm basically forced onto the defensive right away. I go into my Latios, and I noticed leftovers. That sends off a little bit of an alarm bell, most likely Subcom Mind, which can be definitely dangerous if I let it get out of hand. Anyway, on this turn I make a nice, beautiful double of my own, predicting Heatran to come in, and I get off a Scald on his Scizor, then I get to burn his Rotom Wash. Why the hell not? Scald, what a great move. The fact that I weakened his Scizor so much is going to come into play. Well, not come into play so much, but it's very nice for me later in the game. The fact that he tried to switch in Scizor to Keldeo. Not quite sure why. Maybe predicting Secret Sword, but whatever. At this point, I'm going to go, he's going to reveal the rest on the Rotom Wash as I go out into my Char X. Which means at least I burned his Chesto right away, and I'm going to go for Flare Blitz with ye olde Charizard, and I see, look at that, not enough against defensive Clefable. And it's just annoying, because at first I thought I was definitely coming out on top in this war. I have 24 Flare Blitzes, I'm on the offensive, and in one of these situations you always want to be on the offensive, because generally you'll come out on top. You are the one who has the chance for the burn, you're the one who has the chance for the crit, and just basically, if I stayed at this for 24 turns, I probably would have burned or crit this Clefable. But looking at it, I don't want him to pass a Wish to Scizor, put it that way. So most of the times when he goes for Wish, I'm clicking Flare Blitz, because the last thing I want him to do is be able to make up for his mistake of letting me Scald the Scizor. I want to make sure his Scizor does not come back into the game. I can keep myself healthy with Roost. And he's basically coming out on top in this game right now. He gets the special attack drop. Obviously that doesn't come into play at all, but basically I got back up to a nice amount of health. The Clefable somehow back up at full. I'm not fucking Clefable, man. And at this point I'm going to set up rocks with T-Tar, because his Scizor is most likely his defogger. If looking at his team, he doesn't have any other way to remove hazards. And at this point I run fast with T-Tar, and I'm just going to outspeed and kill it with Fire Blast. I basically forced him to Bullet Punch, and he did not. He goes out in the Keldeo on my T-Tar, scares me out in the Latios, but he reveals the sub. So, alarm bells, I can't Roost yet, I need to break that sub, don't want him to Calm Mind. He ends up crit burning me with Scald, and after sand damage, it's just going to be able to kill me. Rather annoying that I lost my Latios, but it wouldn't have really done much outside of just beat that Keldeo, so it's whatever. Keldeo is a lot more of a threat now than it was 10 seconds ago, but whatever. I go to Chomp. This Clefable, confirmed to have Unaware. My Earthquake does like 40% to it, which is just disgusting. I know at this point he's going to be forced to Wish. I want to get him really low, so he's basically forced to Protect on my Switch as opposed to Moonblast on my Switch, so I get to keep my Balloon. And at this point, the Iron Head is pretty damn obvious. So I'm going to switch out into T-Tar, predicting the Ferrothorn, but unfortunately he makes the really good play of just protecting to scout what I'm going to go for, and it forces me back out into Excadrill. there was really no reason for me not to just click Iron Head there. I was trying to be way too aggressive predicting the Ferrothorn and realizing he could just protect this Ghetto Manny move. At this point, a couple of doubles happen. I'm back out in Zard after he went for a Hydro Pump with his Rotom Wash. Missed, did not really matter. And I'm just chilling here with a Zardex. I don't want to play the game with Clefable again, where I just keep just keep hitting it with Flare Blitz. But I feel like I can beat the Heatran one-on-one just because it's most likely defensive, so it doesn't have Earth Power, and I'm gonna force him to roar me out basically by setting up in his face. Unfortunately, he reveals Toxic, and I'm like, nope, 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 get the fuck out, no, not happening. Chomp back in against Clefable. So Chomp scares out the Tran, and how do I beat Clefable with Garchomp exactly? You don't. Clefable, please stop ruining my life. Again, there's not really much I can do about it. I think, like, looking at my team, the obvious only way I can beat this Clefable at this point is hitting it with a Iron Head with my Excadrill. In fact, my Excadrill is basically the only mon that will be able to beat the rest of his team. In fact, at this point in the battle, after a Swords Dance, which I go for on this Protect, because it was beyond obvious, he was forced to go for it, he didn't want it that own Iron Head. At this point, the only thing stopping my Excadrill from just completely sweeping his team is that Keldeo, because even after I kill this Ferrothorn from 70% with a +2 Earthquake, he can just go right back onto the Keldeo, no shits given, and kill me off. He's gonna sub up once again. Scary, because I thought I was gonna die to a Scald. Luckily, I don't die. Unfortunately, I don't click Earthquake because I'm an idiot, but luckily, a burned Dragon Claw still breaks the Keldeo's sub, so I definitely got off a little bit lucky there. And at this point, I'm pretty free to just click Scald. Nothing on his team really wants to take it. His burn chance is just annoying. And on top of that, his Keldeo, I assume it won't be able to kill me because he's lefty, and Keldeo itself, like my Keldeo and just Keldeo in general, is bulky. So I doubt a lefty's Keldeo will be able to kill another Keldeo from 75%, is what I'm saying. At that point, I can go into Tar, sack it, it'll die to Burn plus Sandstorm, and at this point, I can go back out into Keldeo for free and click Scald on his team. Something is dying, whether it be my Keldeo to the Rotom Wash, voice crack, whether it's my Keldeo to the Rotom Wash, whether it's his Clefable after making a questionable play by staying in and letting it die. To be fair, it was at 30% and both of my remaining mons kill it, but I still feel like it wasn't his best option. Regardless, at this point, I have the game with Excadrill, as long as I can get off a little bit of damage on the Rotom, which is what I'm going to go for, and apparently I just outspeed and kill said Rotom, and yeah, that's enough damage on the Rotom, that's for sure. At this point, Heatran's going to kill me off, and my Excadrill is able to come in, even if somehow he was really bulky offensive Heatran, and he was max speed, which would outspeed Excadrill normally. I'm in the sand, and Excadrill in the sand is, yeah, if there was ever a thing to kill a Heatran, it's Excadrill in the sand. So that is going to be day 4. I made it through the quarters. That was actually the quarterfinals in a 120-person OU tournament. Not bad for a guy who just shits around with Sandvale Garchomp. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, rating would be much appreciated. I can kind of play OU sometimes if I try. I'm definitely not up to the old Goomy standards, who is 1800 in the tier and knows basically everything, but I try my best, and sometimes I can hold my own. Anyway, I don't know what I'm even rambling on about at this point. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Take it easy, have a good day, see you later, peace out.